Welcome back
Hello.
to another video. Today's video is of Island Adventure when it first opens. We went there when it first opened in '99.
You went there in '99 when it first opened, didn't you? And I went back in 2000 with you.
Yes, definitely. And you had the excellent pub.
So the area that we got most upset about, and I have an original map in here. While you talk, I'll find it.
Yes, you basically have.
It used to have 4 lands, was it?
Yeah, but you used to have the original. The Dueling Dragons too.
So these two used to be outside of the entrance of the ride, didn't they? But I'm trying to find the map.
But you basically had the entrance for these certain things.
And Islands Adventure was developed and designed partly by Steven Spielberg, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And same with the Portofino Hotel was inspired by Spielberg's Honeymoon, was it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
To Portofino, and so you mainly had those two things. And I have an original part map here from 2000, so you can see how much it's changed.
Look at the classics. Look at all that.
So you can see the classics on here. So we used to love one particular area of the park. We loved the Marvel Superhero Island.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But our other favourite area was Lost Continent.
Yeah. Which is now obviously mostly Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
So most of the section.
So there's some elements left, but you really have to hunt for them.
Yeah.
And we managed to find some when we went back last year.
Yeah.
But basically, it was based on a fantasy land, wasn't it? So it was like you stepped back into a fantasy land and you had wizards and dragons.
Yeah.
It had a fantastic pub which you used to spend most of your time in because back in that time you wasn't really a roller coaster fan.
No,
but your friend and I were, and we used to go on the roller coasters a lot. So you'd go and wait in the pub.
Yeah.
And the pub was that particular one. You got
the person was this particular
so
pub.
It was like an old oak tavern, but it was like a gnarled tree with eyes in it, and the inside. And it used to have the friendliest bartenders ever in there. You could watch the baseball or football game, and they would talk to you all day, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I thought they were brilliant. I just thought this quite cool. But the memories obviously going back from this video is basically the core elements of basically Universal for us. Is the most of the rides that are gone, and what we're going to be left with basically if it carries on is just Harry Potter and Islands Adventure. In one respect, most of it, because it's
I think Harry Potter World and Jurassic Park Land or Lost World Land, whatever they're going to call it.
I don't know, but
for the Lost Continent, obviously the main one was Dueling Dragons.
Yeah.
We'll go on to that in a second. I always remember going to the Sinbad show, which is still there, I think, and still runs, and you can still see, but that will close sooner or later sometime, I'm sure. Was that it rained heavily, or it was really hot? It rained heavily a lot of the time that we went. So, why does Dueling Dragons so special to us? Or
I think Dueling Dragons is definitely a special memory in the whole that. It was probably one of the major roller coasters I first went on in the States, as I wasn't a bit of a roller coaster fan. Always just going to a pub when you used to go on it yourself. It was a cool one when you used to like different kinds and they used to join each other and go across. It was quite amazing, wasn't it?
So it was unique at the time because it duelled.
Yeah.
Which was the only coaster that went 2 cars at once and actually met in the middle. I still have like a little snippet here which you can see the 2 coasters dueling together, in case you haven't ever seen that. You may have a little video clip or something that you can find put in here. But obviously basically this was the entrance, was the 2 dragons. So there's Pirok, who's I think the fire breather, and then there was Blitzrock, who was the ice dragon. And obviously they hated each other, and it used to have a really nice big castle, which is obviously still part of the entrance way but slightly different, and it used to have a really long complex queue system, and back then they used to go and it used to be really long queue, probably like 45 minutes, an hour. So you used to get to watch like parts of the video, which was basically Merlin warning you not to take on the dragons and protecting you. And it still had the choice of dragon, and both of the tracks being different. And obviously you're sporting a T-shirt today.
Yes.
Which was actually mine, but I've given it to you now. I remember the queue system because it used to be really dark, and on the floor there used to be like skulls and bones.
Yeah,
so
I
the
remember.
floor used to be like really textured. And back then, when you and your mate and I used to go on, we used to run around the queue system really quickly.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
To try and get back on again, so you get at least 2 rides in. Before we actually found the shortcuts and they started opening doors, so you didn't have to go all the way around the queue system. But basically, it was quite complex,
It's awesome.
So this is just my scrapbook, but obviously this is one of the cars. That's the Fire Dragon car. I would never sit at the front of a car in a roller coaster, just too scared.
But we have done it though.
You've done it. I've
I've done it.
I like to see something in front of me.
Oh, it's so awesome.
But basically, I have a small shot here of like, this is like one of the knights that used to be hung from the ceiling. That was part of the queue system, and then you had like a burnt side as well, which was like where the Fire Dragon had got. And basically, the castle was like abandoned, and all these knights were like frozen and suspended from the ceiling, and it was cold and it was hot the other side. And things, and I just really enjoyed those.
Yeah, brilliant. I thought it was epic.
It had a really good story. It didn't really need to be changed,
but you know, this is. I think it is. Things do change, some of things, but the memories will still live on.
The memories are still there,
Yes.
and I think for most people that's why it's so poignant and so sadly missed. I mean, the sad thing is that the coasters had to stop dueling because of several accidents. Which were caused by falling objects, and someone lost an eye or something, I think.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Which is why it stopped dueling. And ever since then, they've never really kind of been the same. We've been on it, but it's never been the same, because used to have both coasters used to go at once. One used to slow down and wait for the other one because they were weighted and they went in exactly the same time. You used to be able to go to each other in the other car, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
And I always fondly remember one part of the track which I hate, which is the weightlessness bit.
The bit that goes up the top and then it goes over.
On the red fire coaster, yeah. You used to go over the top of the blue one.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of weightlessness, and that always does my stomach in. But you don't, when you used to go up together, you used to see each other's feet. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
And you just don't get that anymore.
You don't get it anymore. This is the shame with it, but hopefully we've basically gave you some memories.
Yeah.
Basically on Universal. We want to do a few more of these because when we was talking now, to be honest, we didn't realise that how much we do remember and how many awesome rides and attractions that have been there since we've been there. I've never known. There's loads of stuff, don't we?
It's changed a lot. Yeah.
It has changed a lot.
I mean, what is there? There's Beetlejuice shows gone. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There are rumours that Terminator's going. I don't know if that's a definitive.
Yeah, we don't hear the actual facts. It may have actually going, but that's going.
It may be going, but that'll probably be the next thing to go. You know, like we said, we were a bit dubious when Mummy was built, wasn't we, about how it was going to work. And we were a bit like, shall we go on it, shan't we? Because I miss confrontation and stuff. But when we went on it, it was quite impressive.
That's a good ride.
And
it's fantastic how to do it.
How they've done it in the size of space that they had for confrontation is amazing. And things.
But you just think about now, but then you've got obviously future things where you've got the Fast and Furious ride. That could be very cool. I don't know how that's going to work, and that'd be very cool. And you've still, we don't know what the Dueling Dragons ride's going to be like. That may be good, but I don't.
I still think it's either going to be Fantastical Beasts or some kind of virtual reality thing. Because I think that I think the way Universal going is they're very much competing with Disney World. And Disney World are obviously building Toy Story and Star Wars.
Memories. But we have great love for the Universal in a whole. There's still some love there, but because definitely Halloween Horror Nights is definitely still very awesome.
I think, yeah, that's one of the main things we go back for, isn't it? And a few odd beloved rides.
But other than that, it's
other than that, it's really we've lost passion for it.
I think it's just our age, baby.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you know, we've been since '99 when it opened.
That's Islands of Adventure, yeah.
And now it's all Universal Resort to Orlando instead of, like, you know, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. And eventually they're going to change the name of Islands of Adventure, I think.
I don't know, will they?
I think they will.
That's
think
a good
they
topic.
Will go for branding.
What do you
that
think?
Is, they already kind of are with, you know, Universal Resorts Orlando. You know.
Well, what do you think? Do you think they ever change the name but Islands of Adventure? That's an interesting topic. If you think so, put a comment down below because that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Islands of Adventure is, if you like, the Hollywood studios of Disney. In that used to be MGM, didn't it? And then it changed to Hollywood Studios, and it's now rumoured maybe to be changing its name again. So yeah, what do you think the future of Universal is? How do you think it's going to go? I just think because I don't know.
So, thanks for watching. Hope this brings back memories for you. And see you in the next video. Bye for now.